All right, welcome back to part 2 of this turntable setup that I have going on here. And I have here Oz from Let There Be Sound. Check out his YouTube channel when you have a moment, okay? This is my turntable guy. Anytime I bring a turntable into the lab, he comes in and does his magic. And so he's gonna talk to us a little bit about turntable setups. He was just mentioning to me the importance of the armboard and how that should be dialed in. So Oz, welcome back to my channel again.
Thanks for having me.
Let's show the audience really quick what you were referencing, what you were telling me.
What's important is that the cartridge, it's all about the geometry. You have to be so accurate with the setup or you'll never get the maximum performance. And this is a scenario where I've gone through, this is part 2 of course, I've gone ahead and double checked that the plinth is perfectly leveled. That's number 1 with turntables. You have to work on a level surface. In fact, before we leveled the turntable, I noticed Jay's rack was a little off, and he helped me on day 1 to recalibrate and re-level that rack, and then we leveled the table. And what's happening here is, of course, that we have the Kronos armboard, the new Discovery armboard, and as you guys can see here, they give you this whole, depending on how long the tonearm is, dictates where this armboard needs to be positioned in the plinth. And I've looked up the specs on the armboard, and we need 292 millimeters distance. That's the pivot point to the spindle. And that's why I've got the Dr. Fikert tool here, which allows me to set it at 292. And my job here then is to slide the armboard exactly where that spike is, and now we've achieved the proper distance. Now I get to lock it in place, and the arm will be perfectly aligned with the geometry that we need.
Awesome, and it's just such an art here, man.
It is an art.
I don't have the skill set here, to be honest, to do this, which is why I recommend that you guys find your turntable guy.
You need an expert.
Whoever that is.
Yeah.
Okay, you need to find your person of the one who knows how to set up these things, okay? I don't really embark on this because I don't have the time. Running a YouTube channel, as you know, it's really rough to try to be the master of all trades.
I can't tell you how many times I've been brought into a scenario where someone else has worked on the setup, and when I check every parameter, sometimes one of them is wrong and then it puts the whole thing off. Like where that arm needs to be, they don't get that right, and then everything is off. So it's important. You have to do from the bottom up all the way, step by step, get it right for the best sound.
So what is the next step now? You just inserted.
I'm going to lock the armboard in place. We've just inserted the EMM Labs phono stage here. We've run all the wiring. What's next after I lock the arm is that I bring the tonearm in. I set it for the right vertical tracking angle. After that, of course, I need to install the cartridge and get that alignment correct. And then we can probably start spinning after we turn everything on.
All right, cool. So let's move on to the next step then. And I'll just be a fly on the wall. And I'm going to give my audience a little snapshot of what my crazy room looks like. My room right now is, as you know, I am playing with some projectors. So I have that projector there, which is a Barco projector. Tremendous picture quality, by the way. And then I have the one at the top that you should be able to see. That's a JVC NZ9. That's a $25,000 projector. The Barco is a $40,000 projector right there. And I went out and bought a, you know how it is, guys. Big Apex, big solution, huge projector. I went and bought the world's best Sony 4K projector, the GTZ-380, and that is an MSRP of $90,000 with the lens. So that is what will be installed pretty soon by one of my local home theater stores, Front Row Theater to be specific. So they'll be here, I believe Thursday, to do the installation. I am waiting on the mount for that beast. And then we're gonna put up a beautiful, beautiful 4K image over here on this Stewart 135-inch screen. Is perforated, so my speakers are behind that screen, my home theater speakers, that is. But anyway, I just wanted to give you guys a view of the craziness that I have going on. I also will be making a video about this right here. This is my new home theater chairs. So I actually didn't buy. I'm gonna give you guys the truth. I'm gonna tell you all the truth. I was contacted by a home theater chair manufacturer, and they actually were interested in being in the lab. And so I am going to be putting brand new chairs here in my lab, 100% given to me by this home theater company, chair company. So I will be making a exclusive video of these chairs. And of course, my chairs will be leaving. I will give you the reasoning why I'm getting rid of those chairs and why I'm inserting this brand new chair setup, which I'm excited to finally use. It's called zero gravity chairs. So I'm a big guy, I'm about 280 pounds. That's kind of when this company heard me say that in one of my videos and contacted me and said, you need to try our zero gravity chairs that will help you with back pressure, any sort of discomfort. So those will be in the lab hopefully by the weekend, if not the following week. And I'm gonna make a video, especially for those of you that listen to music for hours and hours on end. I think that you guys, and you're heavy like me, right? You're a big guy. I think you might wanna stay tuned for that, because that is going to be an interesting video. And I'm gonna give you my feedback on those chairs, of course. So Oz continues to do his thing here.
Arm is already on the table.
Arm is on the table.
Yep.
This is the Discover arm, right?
The Discovery RS.
Discovery RS.
Kronos flagship.
That's the top of the line.
Top of the line.
There is nothing better than that, okay?
Nope.
That is the top of the line. And by the way, again, if you must know, full transparency, the turntable is set up for me to play with the DS audio cartridge, because I have never had an opportunity to hear this cartridge before, and I keep hearing great things about it.
Yep.
But if you have any interest in the whole setup, the entire thing, Discovery arm, Kronos Limited, and the power supply, as well as the EMM Labs phono stage for this DS audio cartridge, please send me a message, email me. I want to give a package deal to someone who just wants a turnkey system, turnkey turntable, okay?
Yeah.
So stay tuned for those videos. Well, you'll get to hear the setup, of course.
And it is actually a Kronos Pro, not the Limited. It's the one, it's newer than the Limited. It's the latest generation.
It's the latest generation. Yep. Okay, so this is, again, a very special Kronos turntable, all set up. So if you have any interest, again, in the entire setup, as it is with the phono stage, all you need are a set of interconnects, and you're good to go, essentially. That's all you need. It'll be the whole thing. I'm going to give someone a package deal, so you don't have to be doing your mix and matching. It already has a great tone arm, again, has a great phono stage, DS audio cartridge. I mean, what is there to not like about this entire combo? It's done. It's done for you. It's already done. And if you have interest in flying someone out, this is the guy I recommend that you hire, okay, to do the job and to come into your home and do his thing, okay? I don't recommend many people. You never see me recommend a lot of people on my channel, but I recommend us 100%.
Thank you.
This is going to be an interesting one, because the optical cartridge is set to have like superior performance. Is this cartridge supposed to be better than the one that I had before?
Yes, supposed to be better. It's different technology. Not that the one you had before was a slouch, you know.
That was like a $10,000 cartridge.
Pretty much, yeah, $9,000.
And this is better.
This is supposed, I think it will be better.
Wow, man, I'm excited. And by the way, I know some of you were talking about the way I had my records.
I took care of it right there.
Okay, those of you who were like having a problem with how they were set up, there they are. Okay, they're now sitting upright. You guys were tripping about them being on top, stacked on top of each other. So we heard you, okay? We heard you. So hopefully you guys are happy now. I don't have many records, and some people were actually making fun of me because they were saying, I can't believe this guy would buy that kind of turntable that only has like 10 records. And I'm like, well, that just goes to show you my time, the limited time that I have to invest on a turntable setup. I just don't have a lot of time, guys. It's really difficult for me to do this. Look at this. Now I'm dealing with, this right here, okay, this projector, and doing shootouts with video projectors. No, I'm not going to make content on that. This is a 2-channel, YouTube channel, right? I'm not going to be talking about video projectors. That's for other people to do. I just want great quality stuff in here in my room. And so I don't have the time, if I'm being honest with you. I don't have the time to invest on vinyl and order records. And some of you have been texting me about, you're going to have to end up buying records every 2-3 weeks, and you wait until you start going through this rabbit hole. Well, I'm going to tell you, I have already been through this rabbit hole in the past, because this is not the first turntable. It happens to be the third turntable that sets up for me. Yep. Before we had the original Kronos,
right?
Then we had the Tech DOS,
Air Force 3,
the Air Force 3, and now we have this upgrade that's better Kronos with the Discovery arm, right? So
that's right.
This is in the DS audio cartridge. So this is supposed to be completely superior to what I've had, and that's why I'm going to a higher level. That's the reason why it's here, by the way. That's the reason why I'm making content on this particular turntable, because of that DS audio cartridge and this arm. I want to see how great this is. Even with my okay recordings, I don't have a lot of recordings. I can always buy, but let me see. Maybe I end up really falling in love with this setup. What do you guys think? Do you think I'm going to fall in love with this DS audio cartridge? Do you think this optical cartridge will blow my mind and I will never be able to sell this? I want to know from you guys. Comment below. Let me know your thoughts if you have any experience with an optical cartridge. I don't. So I want to see how this operates. I mean, I have no idea what to expect. So let me know below what you guys think, what I should be expecting here by going from a mechanical cartridge to an optical cartridge. So you finally finished it.
We finally finished it.
DS Audio digital cartridge that you are seeing on your screen right now.
Yep.
It's been an impressive 30 seconds for me, because you started to play music right out of the gate.
Yeah.
This album, which
fantastic.
I actually love this type of music. It reminds me a lot of Tracy Chapman, which you introduced me to her, and I love her music. I turned on the Apex monoblocks. Dead cold. If you're checking my YouTube shorts, you will see what I mean, okay? Check out my YouTube shorts when you have a moment. My impression says it all. Now, I'm not going to play music on this particular video because, I get copyright strikes. So I'm going to make a separate video letting you hear this. But I'm going to give you an initial impression. The noise is almost non-existent.
That's right.
I haven't heard any hissing.
Not yet, no.
I haven't heard any pops. No? If there are pops, it's very tiny, way deep in the background of the music,
that's it.
Right?
That's it. They're not front and center like
they're not pluck. I don't hear a popcorn machine making popcorn, and I am completely blown away by one additional thing. At least that's hopefully this is true. You guys tell me if you have any experience with this type of cartridge. When you put the cartridge down on the record, I didn't hear a pook.
The typical loud pop, right?
From a mechanical cartridge.
Right. It was very subdued.
It was just, it went in and the music started to play.
That's it.
Like a CD almost.
Yeah.
Wow, I am shocked. I am beyond
And not only is the amp and the preamp cold, this needs big time warm up. The phono stage, that's that cold too.
Everything is out the box.
Pretty much, yeah.
First time we turned it on after, I picked it up, and I am like, I don't even know if I want to sell it at this point. Because, to me, maybe as far as what I do, this could be the setup that makes sense for me, because it's digital.
Yeah.
There's there might be less
more like digital. It isn't digital technically. An optical cartridge is not digital.
It isn't.
No, it is not at all.
So how is it picking up the
It's just working with light sensors, and that's what's sending the signal to make the music.
Well, then maybe.
It's a different technology.
Maybe it's more my cup of tea, because I find it a little easier for me to manage. Yeah. I've always been afraid of that needle.
Yeah.
And I broke one.
Well, you still have a needle here. You can still break this.
You can still break it if you drop it.
Of course.
But I don't know why I find it a lot more of a modern type of feel, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Like handling it feels a lot more modern than using the conventional type of needle. So I am man, and my Apex are dead cold, as I said, and it's just immediately
Yeah, very immersive.
very, yes,
Yeah.
and it's very pretty through the Von Stryker Ultra 7s.
Organic.
Very pretty.
Very
Reminds me a
organic.
lot of those presentations that they did at shows.
Yeah.
Capitol Audio
Oh,
Fest
yeah,
with
yeah.
Greg Weaver and the
Yeah,
Ultra
that's right,
7s.
that's right, that's
It
right.
reminds me a lot of that. It's so beautiful. Like, it's a very engaging, enchanting type of sound, right?
I agree, 100%.
I am like, when I pick up the room later on,
Yeah.
you're gonna come back.
Yes, we're
bring
gonna do a
some
proper
records.
session.
We're gonna
We're
do a
gonna bring
proper
some amazing
session.
records, yeah.
Good hour, an hour and a
Yeah,
half. We'll
yeah.
do a live stream maybe
That's
for
what
that.
we'll do.
We just gotta figure out, since you have a YouTube channel, check out his YouTube channel. Let There Be Sound. Maybe you can identify tracks that don't have those crazy copyright strikes.
Okay.
Because I know you've done a lot of those,
Yeah,
right?
of course.
And then based
Yeah.
on what your channel is telling us.
Yeah.
and
We'll
as
use
long
some of those same tracks.
Like, because I know that some of them are completely blocked. You can't even
Yeah.
play them. Like,
Yeah,
I
yeah.
think Pink Floyd is one of them, but you can't.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
zero.
Yeah.
So we want to make sure that that doesn't happen to the video.
Correct,
Right?
correct.
I'm okay with a copyright
And
strike.
we'll be able to play them sometimes. You just can monetize. That's the only
And
difference.
I'm okay with it.
Yeah.
I'm okay with it
Yeah.
to get the audience involved, right? But I
Yeah.
just can't have it blocked completely.
Yeah, of course. It
Right?
makes no
So
sense. Yeah.
initial impressions again, beyond, I mean, far more than I expected. Far more. Again,
Good start.
It's a tremendous start with this digital thing going on, digital optical cartridge.
Yeah.
I'm like, whoa, like this is not supposed to sound this good. So anyway, more to come on this turntable entire experiment, my third experiment now.
Third time?
Because the first one was with the original Kronos with
limited edition.
with what
It had my Sonic Lab Gold signature
Gold
cartridge,
and the
you had
arm?
and the arm was the old Black Beauty, the original.
The original one.
like 3 generations ago. Yeah.
Then we've moved on to a TechDOS
Air Force 3 with an SME tone arm,
Yep.
and we did move the same cartridge on there.
Right,
For
and
a minute, we had a Dynavector, and then we moved on to
that. And then
yeah.
this is the third in.
with much improved setup.
Absolutely,
Yeah.
like I am beyond blown away with what this is a significant improvement over what I had before. Significant, without a doubt.
Glad you're happy, man.
So,
all right.
Thank you for your support, guys. I appreciate it very much. Give me your comments underneath. Let me know if you have any experience with this type of turntable setup. And get ready because the party's about to get started. Stay tuned for more. I'll talk to you soon. Peace.
Later.